So Gregory, tell me, based on, well, I would have loved to get what we did on camera before, but based on our discussion earlier, who do you identify as?
I identify as a Trinidadian. That's what I identify as. I cannot identify as an African because an African is Africa is a continent.
So you don't believe that you have African descent?
I am of African descent, among many others.
Right.
So I must embrace one and just deny the others.
So who do you if someone is to ask you, what are
Mixed.
you? Do you embrace
No.
the superior one based on your
anything.
looks?
I don't embrace anything. I say mixed. I am mixed.
And tell us some of your races that you're mixed with, or ethnicities. Yeah.
White, because my grandmother was a white woman. My great grandparents from Scotland. My great grandparents on my father's side were from Sri Lanka. Obviously, I have ancestry from somewhere in the African continent. I don't know what countries.
Would you love to find out who and what they are?
With one side alone, you mean you want to decide?
Meaning, because
all
you
of
know,
them?
because you know exactly that we have history in Sri Lanka. You have history in, what was the other country you mentioned?
Scotland. That's just two that I know.
Right.
I don't know all the
Would you
others.
love to find out exactly from which African
which country? I'd love to find out. Yes.
Continent? Okay.
I would love to find out which country in Africa. But I mean, at the end of the day, I am not going to embrace. I think to embrace one aspect of your heritage is to disregard and disrespect the others.
Okay.
Because it's not fair. That alone didn't have make you where you are. So.
We were having a discussion earlier about some of the names created, well, for me, created by our colonial masters from before.
The colonial masters and American anthropologists who come up with it.
Right.
Negroid is a race. Negroid.
Why do you think Negroid is a
race?
And let me tell you something. Those are things. Okay, for example, I give an example, right? I have descendants from the first people, and they were given the names Caribs and Arawaks, and they no longer see it as respectful to call that because they were given those names by colonial masters. Do you still identify with being called, if someone called you a Negroid?
Because once again, that will be to disregard the other races that I may have somewhere inside me. Understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just one race. I am not the product of just one race.
What is a Negroid for you in your books?
I don't know the scientific definition for it, but the logical assumption is somebody with my skin color or somewhere thereabouts, a particular type of hair, and those characteristics. So while my characteristics on the outside may seemingly embody or just be one, when you look at it you might just think is one, that doesn't mean that there isn't more. And furthermore, that is the argument we're going down, the road you're going down, and how am I supposed to class somebody like my daughter?
Of African descent.
Somebody who is, her mother is an East Indian, a woman of East Indian descent with a Spanish last name, and me who is visibly on the outside, just superficially you would see a Negro man or a black man or whatever term you want to use, with a Scottish last name. What am I supposed to tell my daughter she is then?
So then do you think it's okay for someone to call you nigger?
Yes, my lord. No, that's a derogatory term.
But do you think it derives from the word Negroid? Because it actually is like a extension of the word Negroid.
Yes, but that is like
which
saying,
was said
you know what, that is the equivalent of me saying that I shouldn't call somebody a homosexual because homo is the word that it is used now, and that means that's used in a derogatory manner. Homosexual is the scientific name for it. If somebody is a homosexual, that is what you are. It doesn't mean that it's derogatory. So I shouldn't call it that. Now what am I supposed to? You understand what I mean?
So then it comes the same way with nigger. So then we shouldn't call. So then in essence you're saying Negroid is okay, but nigger isn't.
Exactly. Same thing. That's
Does it apply when we call all Chinese, all persons who are Asians, Chinese?
And then you gotta be a little dotage to do that because it have more than one country and that makes up Asia. And if you see somebody and just call them a Chinese, then you're disrespectful.
Okay. What about using the word coolie?
I'll be honest, I don't know the full history behind that word, so I can't say.
Okay. Any closing remarks?
I'm not Trinidadian before anything else. I'm a Trinidadian. Nowhere on my passport and my ID card and any documentation, official documentation I have, does it say African. So, I am a Trinidadian before I'm anything else. I'll always be a Trinidadian.
Thank you.